Hi folks, John Hecker here again from Brooklyn Country Club in Rochester, New York. Today we're going to talk about some of the fundamentals to chipping off the tighter grass. So with the really great job that the architect did on the course this year, he created a lot of chipping areas that are going to be tightly mowed, and they make it a little trickier to chip off them. So I thought I'd try to give you some help with that. So interestingly enough, there are some fundamentals to playing off of this, and they are influenced by uphill and downhill lies. So an uphill lie, such as we have on 18 here, would tend to create a too steep an angle and you'd stick the club in the ground. So you have to make some adjustments here. One of the things you're going to want to do is feel like you stand open to the shot. So you can see my feet are quite a bit to the left of the target. But the interesting part is this is going to make you feel like you're swinging back and through to the target. So you might almost feel like you're swinging inside out in this situation. Now I've drawn some lines here, and this represents 7 degrees down. So to hit a proper chip shot around the green, the studies they've shown, they have TrackMan and things like this can actually measure this, is that the fundamentals are that you should hit 7 degrees down or thereabouts. You can see from the camera angle on the right where it's face on that the face will be open to the path you're going so that you start to use some of the bounce. And then by a person, and this is really important here, a fundamental of this, is your sternum will be slightly in front of the ball. So that gets your bottom of your arc slightly in front of the ball. So you want to hit down 7 degrees on these. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly that, but the idea is that it's a fairly consistent angle of attack that people will have on these. It's much like you'd have with an 8-iron or something like that. That way that you can, with the face slightly open, that you can use the bounce of the club, and if you can get your divot in front of the ball, that you're not gonna hit them fat. So in this case, I'm standing open, and my stroke motion is going to look a little bit more inside out, so you can see here how it looks like I'm actually swinging up. Now, I'm not swinging up, but I'm close to swinging up. So the tendency for this would be, if I had my weight forward, is that I drive to the club into the ground. So I actually have to feel like I'm swinging a little bit more up. So I'm shallowing the angle a little bit to get the ball to pitch up in the air. So again, a 1 on 18 or 17, as long as you have your sternum in front of the ball, so your bottom of your arc will be up there. You want to feel like you're sweeping the ball up more off the ground, picking it up there and pitching it up in the air. So a lot of times, like I say, we tend to drive these into the ground. In this case, you're going to want to feel a little bit less of that. And on the video on the right, the thing that I would emphasize here is I set up feeling like I'm a little bit in front of the ball. And then I try to make sure that I don't back up. My head doesn't back up. And I would say my head did back up a little bit there. So probably something I need to work on some. But you do want, again, the 7 degrees angle of attack. So that's correct. Divot or bottom of the arc slightly in front of the ball and face slightly open to the path. So these would be things that you'd hit some of these angles here. It'd be important to make these adjustments when you're out on the course, because otherwise you're going to hit the shot. So again, 7 degrees down is the normal angle of attack into a shot, and you're going to want to do that for your pitches. And if in this case, if it's an uphill lie, you need to make these adjustments. So try that out on some of those difficult chip shots there that we're going to have on 17, 18, 1, those type of things, and see how you do. And then we'll talk some about the downhill lie.